on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great week so far. We had a beautiful bounce back off the lows yesterday. You could see lots of the coins in the green again. Ethereum in the dark green. You could see Bitcoin got down to about $9,450. We did have a nice bounce back. However, we're still being rejected by this resistance. We can't quite get back above $10,000. So I do want to talk about the Bitcoin and altcoin prices short term. We also do have some breaking news literally just came out. We have U.S. presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg looking for some regulatory framework for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So is this sort of is the Yang Gang going to sort of hop over to Bloomberg? Let me know what you guys think about that moving forward. Also, we do have legendary trader. Well, I'm not going to mention his name. You have to stick around for that, but he was the #1 trader on BitMEX for 2017 and 2018. This guy amassed thousands of Bitcoin, and he recently came out with a prediction, and he's saying why he is not taking profits until Bitcoin minimally hits $30,000 leading into 2021. We do have the $400,000 Bitcoin prediction from Max Keiser, right? We went into that yesterday, but I also want to just mention super quick, tomorrow I am going to be doing a live stream with a special guest, not on this channel, so you're going to have to be following me over on Twitter. If you're not, it's just at the Crypto Zombie. And yeah, I'll post the updates over on my Twitter. And by the way, we were talking about this crazy psychedelic t-shirt design. Got a lot of mixed signals in the audience, but let me know what you guys think. That being said, we are going to jump straight into it. So if you're not subscribed, definitely get subscribed. We do this every single day. Every single Monday, we give away a Ledger Nano S to one lucky winner. If you are interested, drop a comment below. Now let's dive in. Let's have a look at this beautiful green day. Bitcoin dominance, actually not sure what it wants to do right now. It pulled down about 0.7%, right? It was a little bit lower, but you can see we do have altcoins taking off today. Enjin coin up 22%. Big news from Enjin. Stick around for that. Sia Coin, ABBC, Decentraland, Kyber, Mona, Tezos Waves, iExec, etc. Okay. Diving in, having a look, we did get supported off the VPVR at around the $9,369 level. Now, that is a very high level of accumulation. You can see right here jutting out. Lots of people are buying Bitcoin at those prices, right? Big news for the day is we did have the Golden Cross on the daily. I'm sure you've probably seen every channel, every news outlet talking about it. One thing I do want to say super quick, I am very excited about this. This is good. You can see we're having the cross right now. However, just keep in mind that we have had fake outs in the past, okay? For example, if we go back here, you can see we did have, we had the bullish, whatever you want to call it, golden cross, and then we had a fake out, and actually it was preceded by a dump. And that dump, from top to bottom, if we go to top to the wick, that was around a 36% dump. So just be careful, guys. Oh, look, we also had another one back here in April of 2014. So you got to be careful on this one, guys. Really what you want for full confirmation, let me just pull up the moving average of the 100. You can see right here, right when we had that major blast off, right, back in April of last year, we had the cross right here, but then we also had a second crossover with the 100 moving above the 200, which is the blue line. So really what you want is you want this to sort of, come out here, something like this, and then maybe have this blue line double cross above. And then once we have the two crosses above the 50, that is like ultimately bullish. But that being said, guys, this is still really great, moving forward. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. We also, if we have a look over at the Bollinger Bands, we are back above the basis. We had a beautiful bounce off the bottom of the channel. So Bitcoin is respecting the trend, and the trend is your friend until the end, right?
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho.
Wow, he's something, isn't he?
So just remember that until we have full-on confirmation of a trend reversal, this thing is still putting in higher highs and higher lows, right? I mean, look, we have a higher high, higher high, higher high, and then over here we have a higher low compared to this one down here. Higher low and another higher low. So, I mean, on the daily chart, things are still looking relatively good for Bitcoin. If we were to fall and not be supported by the trend, we might come down to the 200 daily moving average, which is sitting at around $8,800, right? Right where this yellow line is. Still would be bullish in my opinion. No reason to run for the hills, just cheaper Bitcoin to buy, right? Having a look over here, if we do have a look, we have had the crossover on the 50 and the 100. We have not had it on the 200 on the CME futures chart. However, keep in mind, it has been a little bit hectic with markets being closed, futures being open. So we didn't fill the gap. To fill it, we'd have to go up to about 10,200. and $10 right where we had that wick from where we closed over the weekend. But guys, we are back above the trend line that I wanted to get above, which was the closes of the all-time high and last year's high, and that needs to be above 9,573. And currently, at the time of making this video, Bitcoin is at 9,853. Bull market intact, my friends. Bull market intact. Having a look at Ethereum. We had a beautiful bounce. I said Ethereum was probably going to get down to around, I said 245, then I kind of changed it to like 230, but you could see we got down to 242. So it was right in the middle of sort of my two predictions, and we are back above the second trend, and now Ethereum is once again at 274. So looking pretty good for Bitcoin, looking pretty good for the altcoins, but today, we see right here, we are having a little bit of struggle at this resistance, so we will have to see if we can break above it. But I do want to talk about Angelo BTC. Now, you may not be familiar with who this guy is. Well, after this video, you're going to know. He says, now keep in mind, this was on October 15th. He said, patiently waiting for the 6K Bitcoin levels where I will add to my long-term holdings. Now, keep in mind, at the time when he published this, Bitcoin was sitting at around $8,000. People were saying there's no way we're going to go down to 6,000. We had this crazy China pump right here, right? But that, in my opinion, was very manipulated, very unnatural. I mean, literally, we pumped 43% in a day, and then look, we just slumped and fell. However, if you follow the trend line, right, for example, you know, if Bitcoin was to just stay here in the trend that we were, well, we would have definitely stayed under this line. So you could see right here, this was sort of the weird kind of manipulation, right? But look what happened. We ended up getting down right here. We touched to $6,439. He was off by $400, guys. Not to mention the fact that this guy was the #1 trader in 2017, 2018, 3,100 Bitcoin worth of profit on BitMEX. So I'm not saying you should just blindly follow anybody, but if you're going to follow one guy, follow the most successful trader on BitMEX, right? Now, he recently came out. He says my minimum take profits as we approach 2021 would be Bitcoin at $30,000, Ethereum at $500, Tezos at $10, and XRP at $1, okay? And he also put this chart out. I know, right? Very elaborate chart. He essentially just has this box that says financial freedom. And yeah, here you go. Play it out. And yeah, that's the target. That's his chart. This is literally his chart. He's just like, we're going to 30K. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think we're going to have a $30,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year? I had even said we might have had a $55,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year. I know maybe I was being a little too optimistic, but $30,000, man, I will take it. And think about it. Even if Bitcoin did have another dip down to the $7,000 range, not saying that I'd want it to, but man, that would be an amazing opportunity to accumulate some more Bitcoin before the halving, right? We also have Alex Jones finally becoming a Bitcoin believer. If you guys watched my video yesterday, we were talking about Max Keiser, and the reason that he changed his Bitcoin prediction, Max Keiser, from 100,000 to 400,000 is because he basically says, well, Bitcoin essentially is digital gold. So if gold's market cap is $7+ trillion, then he thinks that Bitcoin could easily see that market cap moving forward. Also, Alex Jones was talking about how he said, you're right, I should have gotten involved in Bitcoin a long time ago. He says he was skeptical. He doesn't like to promote things until he's absolutely positively sure about them, but he does say that he was wrong about Bitcoin, and he, I guess according to the interview yesterday, is currently a believer. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space. We do have Fcoin Exchange, okay, has announced that it has stopped its operations. The CEO says he has no idea how to pay the 13,000 Bitcoin, which is roughly around $126 million, out to their people, or to their traders that were on the exchange. Now, guys, I just want to point something out, okay? I made a video talking about these guys over a year and a half ago. You can see this came out July 6th, 2018. And, I had referenced this article right here. And you could see that a lot of people were saying this was crazy. They had $7.3 billion worth of trading volume, which was mind-blowing for an exchange that had just come out. A lot of people were suggesting that they were doing wash trading. Now, if you don't know what wash trading is, essentially is basically when an investor just sells and buys the same financial instrument or asset over and over again. Essentially, they're just selling it back and forth to each other, right? Just trading it back and forth for basically the same price. Price isn't really moving that much, but volume keeps going up and up and up and up and up because it's showing a lot of activity, but they're just It's, you know what I'm saying? So they're creating fake volume. This was a red flag, and now currently this has happened. So if you do happen to have your coins on, or you did have your coins on this exchange, I'm really sorry about this. But guys, this is why I stress over and over, not your keys, not your coins. If you're not actively trading on something like, oh, look, Ethereum actually did did Bitcoin break the resistance too? A little bit, kind of. Whoa, okay, so we might have a nice move on our hands. Sorry, got sidetracked by the price. But, guys, like I said, you need to keep your coins off the exchanges because even something like, Bybit or Binance, you never know. It could get hacked. Something could happen, right? You never know, guys. Not your keys, not your coins. Keep your coins on a hardware wallet. It's $60. Don't be cheap. Buy yourself a hardware wallet, guys. I do also have a Ledger Nano S tutorial or an X tutorial if you don't know how to use it. Just Google it. You'll find it. Crypto Zombie, Ledger Nano, whatever. But please be safe out there, guys, moving forward. Oh, a side note though, Justin Sun jumped in on the opportunity, and he said any Fcoin users that want to onboard Poloniex, he will give away 1,000 BTT tokens. Current price of that is about 50 cents, but if you want 50 cents for joining Poloniex, well, Justin Sun will reimburse you for that. Also, other kind of bad news we have today, decentralized finance lending protocol BZX has just been exploited again. The estimated loss is 2,388 ETH, this time around $645,000. So you had the founder of the DeFi lending protocol Compound told the block that BZX team should immediately cease operations until the platform can be thoroughly and completely audited. So yikes, a lot of crazy news. This is why people are scared. This is why people freak out. And it's things like this that do keep people away from getting into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right? You could see they had the 5 crypto nightmares keeping you up at night. This is over from the Bitcoinist. Number 1 is obviously getting hacked. Well, don't keep your cryptocurrencies on exchanges. Keep them on a hardware wallet. I know I sound like a broken record, but I mean, really seriously, not your keys, not your coins. Getting wrecked, well, you shouldn't be trading every single day. And let's be honest, every single day isn't a day to trade, right? A lot of Bitcoin has this choppiness moves, right? Not always the best time to be trading. If you're new, dollar cost average, just buy a little bit high, buy a little bit low, buy a little bit in the middle, right? I mean, people back in the day that were complaining, oh, I bought Bitcoin at $7,000. I should have bought more at 3. Well, guys, it's over 9,000 now. So either way, it was a good buy. Maybe at the time it didn't seem like it, but in hindsight, right? Okay. Also, we have losing your crypto recovery seed. Well, if you want to be your own bank, and yeah, you're just going to have to remember that. I don't know what else to say. Messing up your tax return. Well, now I think they are trying to come out with more sort of clear guidelines for taxes. I mean, just do your best as long as you're honestly reporting to the best of your ability. I don't see that as a problem. And finally, Bitcoin going to 0. That's not happening. That's not happening. Just going to say that out loud, guys. Also, big news from Enjin. This is why Enjin is doing so well. They announced the launch of its game development platform on Ethereum, enabling potentially millions of developers to integrate crypto assets into games and apps with no knowledge of writing blockchain code. And finally, the big news, presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg is looking to create a regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies. So the proposal also recommends creating a regulatory sandbox for startups and providing a clear regulatory framework for cryptos. Cryptos have become an asset class worth hundreds of billions of dollars, yet regulatory oversight remains fragmented and underdeveloped, according to the proposal. For all of the promise of blockchain, Bitcoin, and initial coin offerings, there's also plenty of hype, fraud, criminal activity, coins getting lost on exchanges, things like that. And Bloomberg's plan recommends clarifying which agencies are responsible for overseeing the space, creating a framework to clarify when tokens are securities, protecting consumers from cryptocurrency-related fraud, clarifying the tax regimen, and defining the requirements for financial institutions in this space. And don't forget, we also have Hester Pierce. She is... Oh, what just happened here, guys? Sorry, guys, my screen just freaked out for a second. Hester Pierce from the SEC, and she's also looking to do that thing with the tokens, right? To give them sort of a 3-year opportunity to become more decentralized, etc., right? So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much. Told you I was going to keep it a little bit quicker today. Having a look, yeah, I mean, looks like we're having a nice recovery. So we will see if we can sort of bounce back to the top of this channel or if we are destined for a little bit more of a fall. Either way, I will be looking to accumulate Bitcoin moving forward. That is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I do this every single day. Hope you're having a great week so far. My name is K-Dub. Oh, don't forget to definitely go over and follow me on Twitter so I can let you guys know about that live stream that I'll be doing tomorrow. And that's going to be around 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, I don't know what time that is by you, but it's 2 p.m. Eastern time for me. Thank you so much again. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Turn on the bell notification, join the free Telegram group. That's it for me today. Thank you so much. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course,